Race fans, I'm Owen McCall, and I'm coming to you from the new Smyrna Speedway in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. And tonight, it's a miracle. We're getting everything off without a hitch tonight, no weather delay. We have our first heat race of the night rolling off, and it's the Bomber Division. 6 bombers are on the track right now. We have 7 slated to go off, but one of them is missing. That missing car is the 07 of Mike Scannell. But as they are, it's the 29 of James Anderson, the 77 of John Delaney, then it's the 44 of Jason Zabel and the 5 of Mike McCormick, then it's the 25 of Dan Webb and the 52 of John McCormick. That is your starting lineup for tonight's Bomber Heat Race. That's right, we're doing heat races since no weather delay. We just concluded single car qualifying to help set the field for our 50-lap Sportsman feature and the 50-lap Super Stock feature that are going to be happening later on. So right now we have 6 bombers ready to go. Daytona Dodge Pace Truck pulling off of the track. These drivers are going to come through 3 and 4 looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Going down to turn number 1. John Delaney wants the lead on the outside. Delaney is still up top and on the bottom. And we have a car entering. We have a last-second entry who's just joining the back of the field. That's the second number 5. That is Shane Satoris. And up front, it is John Delaney. Battle for second between the 25 and the 44. Jason Zabel now pulls into second. But we have another 5 car, that's Shane Satoris, almost 3 wide on the front straightaway. Delaney has the lead by a nose. But Jason Zabel wants the lead as they go back through 1 and 2. Remember, this is the heat race. This isn't even the feature event. Jason Zabel has the lead. Now the 25 pulls into second. The 5 of McCormick now pulls into the 4th spot as Anderson starts to slip. Now here comes Satoris trying to challenge that 52 of Webb. Oh, the 29 of Anderson having some problems, slipping all the way to the back. Now, let's get a nice look in at that 52 car there towards the back. That 52 car, if it may look familiar to you, that used to be Nate Holycross's number 74. But now it's the 52 car. Up front, it is still the 44 of Jason Zabel as Shane Satoris, who joined this field just as the green flag was dropping, trying to make his way up to the front. Satoris trying to get the 3rd spot away from Delaney. You know, Shane Satoris used to have a car out here, a Saturn station wagon, and he used to come out here all the time, and it would be him and a Chevy Cavalier driven by a guy named Billy Barrington. Now, they used to come out here and absolutely dominate in this division. And it's great to see Shane Satoris back out here. That 29 of Anderson has fallen all the way to the back, but that 25 closing in on Zabel. Here we go to the bottom, a battle for the lead. Down the front straightaway. Zabel still has it. Back through 1 and 2, still trying the bottom. 44 still up top. Still side by side for the lead. Down the front straightaway. Zabel still holds the lead. Keep in mind, this is the heat race. This isn't even the feature. And they're running like they're going for a championship. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Jason Zabel wants to hang on and win this heat race. That 25 of Dan Webb is all over his back bumper. Here we go. He's going to go for one last push. Down low. It's not going to work. Zabel is going to hold him off. Coming to the line out of turn number 4. The Bomber Heat Race is going to be won by Jason Zabel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now the second heat race is rolling off, and it's the modifieds. As they are lined up for the heat race, that is going to be Alan Bruns in the 4B. In the 9, that is Art Kunzman. In the 13, that's Jason Boyd. There's the 16 of Norman, I'm trying to read his name here, Norman Desmuke. And the 00 of Matt Thornton. 2 cars that are scheduled to roll off in tonight's heat race are not on the track at the moment. That's the 66 of Jerry Simons and the 90 of Mike Dom. And the 22 of James Ellis is also on the track, as the 16 of Norman Desmuke is pulling off of the track before the heat race even starts. That leaves it with 4 cars on the track at the moment. So the 4 cars on the track right now are Bruns, Kunzman, Boyd, and Thornton. Is going to come back out and rejoin him. That's Norman Desmuke. We still have a couple of cars missing. As right now they're just running through the paces. Running through the paces. Now, if you'll notice, there's a driver missing from this field, and that is a couple of drivers missing, and that's Robert Deal and Wayne Parker. The 2 of them wrecked during last Thursday's feature on the Clyde Hart Memorial Weekend. So those 2 cars are out for the foreseeable future. And Jerry Simons is not come out. He is towards the top of the leaderboard in the point standings for the modified division. Another driver missing is last week's feature winner, Ricky Moxley. But right now it's the 1 to go signal. We have 5 cars ready to go for this feature. Alan Bruns is on the pole in the 4B. He's going to be leading them to the green. The Ground Pounders Vintage Racing Club is also back. They're currently lining up for their heat race on the pit road. Daytona Dodge Pace Truck, the lights are out. Daytona Dodge Pace Truck pulling off of the track. Leading them to the green is going to be the 4B of Alan Bruns. We're looking for the green. Green flag is out. Down to turn 1 they go. Kunzman's on the outside, but Bruns is going to stay low on the bottom, coming off of turn 2. Bruns still on the bottom. Kunzman still up top. Side by side, the 2 leaders go through 3 and 4. Down into turn number 4 to the front straightaway. Bruns has the lead. Alan Bruns has the lead with Kunzman in second, then followed by Boyd, Desmuke, and Thornton. Here we go. Jason Boyd to the bottom for second. Jason Boyd is going to get second away from Art Kunzman. And Jason Boyd is going to go to the outside of turn 2. Jason Boyd wants the lead from Alan Bruns as they go down the back straightaway. Alan Bruns trying to stick to his guns at the bottom, but up top it's still that 13 of Jason Boyd. Down to the line. It appears that Boyd has the lead, but it's too close to call. Jason Boyd has the lead. He has cleared, and we have a car slow on the front straightaway. That is the 9 of Art Kunzman. He's going to pick up the pace now through 1 and 2, but Kunzman almost came to a complete stop on the front straightaway. Coming to the line, we are halfway to go in this modified heat race. Down to 1 and 2, the leaders go. Right now, we have a battle for third brewing between the 16 and the 00, Desmuke and Thornton, but Jason Boyd trying to extend that lead over Alan Bruns. And Jason Boyd is slow. The leader is slow. Boyd slowing. He is off the pace, and Alan Bruns goes back to the lead. Problems for Jason Boyd as we come to the line. 2 laps to go. Trouble on the racetrack. Jason Boyd pulling off the track, and another car looks to be joining him. That's the 9 of Art Kunzman. As Alan Bruns is out front, Kunzman gets the speed back up. But Alan Bruns is now comfortably out front of Norman Desmuke and Matt Thornton as he takes the white flag. So problems for Jason Boyd. Something went wrong on his car while he was leading this heat race, and now he's out of it. Coming down the front straightaway to take the checkered flag, it's the winner of the modified heat race. It's Alan Bruns. Let's see if anything goes here for third. For second, my bad, no. It's still going to be Norman Desmeek in second and Matt Thornton in third. All right, this is our third heat race of the night. After this, we're going to take an intermission and get right into the features, and it's for the Ground Pounders Vintage Racing Club. On the pole position of the 04, that is Scott Hadley, and to his outside of the 2X, it is Gary Lyons. Then we're going to have the 34 of Chris Hatton. In that 14 car, that is Toby Smith in the Billy Bellflower owned car. Billy's also out here tonight driving the 12, that beautiful looking Bobby Allison throwback. In the 45, that is Jody Moudine. In the 55, it is Scott Foles. And in the 77, that is Ronnie Sheeran. My bad. Ronnie Sheeran in the 77. We had one car scheduled to come out here tonight, and that was the 78 of Fred Robinson. Unfortunately, Robinson wrecked in practice, and that bright orange number 78 is in the hauler tonight and will not be out on the track. Now, Billy Bellflower, he also owns that 12 car, so he's driving the 12, and his friend Toby Smith is driving that 14, which he brought out here a couple of weeks ago on June 30th. So that 14 is out there running in that 12 car. Again, that beautiful looking car out here. Fred Robinson came out here on June 30th, put on a dominating performance, and unfortunately wrecked that car in practice, so it's in the pits. But Chris Hadley in the 04 is going to lead him to the green as the 1-to-go signal comes out, and the pace lights go out on the Daytona Dodge Pace Truck, and we're going to double up, and next time by, it's going to be a green flag for this heat race. Now, for these cars, it looks like they're going to go for single-file starts and restarts in this division. Now, these cars out here, the Ground Pounders, they do not race for cash. They don't get paid. This is just sort of a fun class for drivers who want to race, and they have the vintage cars. They come out here and run them and show them off. You still get a trophy if you win, but this is just a heat race. This is not a feature. So the 04 is going to lead him to the green. Green flag is out. We are now racing. Chris Hadley gets a really good start in that 04 as they go down into 1. Chris Hadley gets a great lead, but that 34 of Hatton is still in second with Toby Smith in third. Jody Munchie in the 45 is going to pull into fourth. Side by side for fifth is the 77 on the bottom with the 12 on top. 77 is going to win it. 04 slows up, new leader. That's the 34 of Hatton. 04 goes up high. Now the 14 of Smith and the 45 of Munchie go down the bottom. Everybody's going by in the bottom. The 04 has gone high. So new leader, it's the 34, Chris Hatton. Seeing these cars out here is a wonderful sight. These cars are relics, actual functioning relics of a bygone era in stock car racing. Now the 14 of Toby Smith is slowing, and the caution is out. Caution is out on the racetrack for possible fluids on the track from the 14 of Toby Smith, and he's going to bring it in along with the 12 of Billy Bellflower. So there's the 55 going by, and the 04 still running it on the track, but caution flag is out from possible fluids leaking out of somebody on this field. I think the track announcers said it was the 14 of Toby Smith, but the 12 of Billy Bellflower also going in there as Smith's number 14 sits there. Up front, it is still that 34 of Chris Hatton, and now he's being joined by the 45 of Jody Munchie, the 77 of Shearer, the 55 and the 04 are still out on the track as well. So we are down now to 5 cars on the track. That's the same amount of cars that have participated in the modified feature. Still under caution. And remember, this is the heat. And remember, these guys, they don't race for money. They just race for fun, and they show off their vintage racing cars. As we see on the pit road, the 14 of Smith being pushed back behind the wall by the tow truck. But again, there was a car leaking fluids on the track, and that is the reason for the caution coming out. Now, the reason why there are no heat races for the Super Stocks and the Sportsman is because they're running 50 lappers, and so they did single car qualifying. And so because of that, they ran heat races for the other divisions racing out here tonight, the 3 others, and it was heating on the backstretch, some battles. The cleanup crew is continuing to work on the back straightaway to get those fluids cleaned up. Now that 45 car of Jody Munchie, it still has the name of the original driver on there, a man named Charlie Pascal. And on the inside, on the dashboard, there's stickers that say feature winner at Pulaski County Speedway. That car is originally from Virginia because there's one of the sponsors, an auto shop from Virginia, on that car. So again, these cars are beautiful relics of a bygone era. And I mentioned that 2X car of Gary Lyons. That 2X car didn't even make it on the track. That 2X car is still sitting in the pits. Right now they're coming down. Caution flag is still out. So we're going to see how long it is till we go racing again, but everybody's doubled up. The 34 has chosen the outside lane. So right now, 5 cars have survived. The 34 of Chris Hatton, the 45 of Jody Munchie, the 77 of Shearer, the 55, and then the 04 of Chris Hatton are the drivers remaining on the track tonight.
Brian, what's your pick? This is hard. This is worse than to play Rush Roulette. It is tough because you do see a lot of attrition. You see a lot of coming forward.
All right, 1 to go signal. Lights are out on the Daytona Dodge Pace truck. Caution lights are out around the track. Your leader is the 34. He has chosen the outside lane. Next time they come by, the green flag will come out, and it will be back to green flag racing. And we will get to finish this heat race for the Ground Pounders Vintage Racing Club. All right, Daytona Dodge Pace truck getting ready to pull off the track down the pit lane. The 34 of Hatton is going to lead them to the green. Green flag is out, and we are back racing at New Smyrna at the Ground Pounders Vintage Racing Club. Hadley still has the lead. Battle for second. Shearer goes to the inside in the 77. The outside is the 45 of Jody Munchie. Jody Munchie's going to try and almost fell back to third, but that 45 still riding high on the outside, but it looks like no, 45 is going to try and pull up even, but Munchie goes a bit high, and that gives Shearer the second spot as Hatton still out front. He tried to find his way around Shearer again, that 45 up high, but that did not happen. But up front, it's still Chris Hadley in the 34 as Shearer wants to get the win in that heat race, and he's going to try and pull up on him. 3 laps are in the books, and your front 3 have formed a little bit of a breakaway here between that 55 running back to the 4th spot. There's the 04 of Hadley, all by himself in 5th. So your front 3 have created a breakaway. Next time by, it's probably going to be the halfway signal. Shearer looks like he can get a bit of ground in the corners, but not so much on the straights. Halfway done with tonight's Ground Pounders heat race. Hatton still has the lead in the 34. But Shearer trying to close the gap in the corners in that 77. He wants to get the win in this heat race. Down the front straightaway. And again, it looks like Shearer can get a bit of run in the corners. He certainly got a run there. But he just can't seal the deal on the straightaways. That 34 car of Hatton has a better run on the straights, but that 77 really trying to reel him in the corners. Then in the 3rd spot, waiting to pounce if anything happens. That's Jody Munchie. Yeah, Shearer dived to the bottom, try to get a lead. Nothing there. Next time by, the white flag is going to come out. Here they are coming up to slow traffic. That's the 04. Slow cars at this track, the rule is slow cars are supposed to stay at the bottom. Slow car went high. No black flag instead of white flag because, again, he got out of the way of the leaders. Now the 45 tries to close it on the 77 for second. Up front, it is still the 34 of Chris Hatton. Let's see if Shearer has anything for him in the corners. Shearer has nothing for Hatton in the corners. Coming out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway to the checkered flag. Your winner in the Ground Pounders heat race, that's the 34 of Chris Hatton.